When it became legal, companies in Colorado, they're trying to adjust. We found more workplaces are testing for drugs and more employees testing positive. Jacqueline Allen gives us a snapshot of what's happening in Colorado, which could eventually impact the entire country.
At Altitude Digital's Denver office, between ping pong tourneys and jam sessions, they've built the 54th fastest growing company in the country.
We have a work hard, play hard attitude here.
CEO Jeremy Ostermiller says how employees play on their time off is their business. This web advertising firm doesn't drug test.
There's a lot of studies out there that show that marijuana use helps with creativity.
But in Colorado, we found companies like Altitude are still the exception.
Random drug testing has gone up. Pre-employment drug testing has gone up.
Joe McGuire with the drug testing company Conspire says since pot became legal, her business is booming, up 30%, hiring 4 new employees to serve companies wanting drug tests.
And are you seeing more people test positive for marijuana?
Absolutely, by triple than what we did in 2012, yes.
Often with those positive drug tests, job prospects go up in smoke. Courts have upheld a company's right to fire for off-duty pot use. And at a recent Denver job fair, we found most businesses aren't budging.
Until we get some clarity, we're staying the course that we've been on for 15 or 20 years.
Some industries, though, such as retail, resorts, and nonprofits, worry about losing their labor pool if they test for THC.
We've had a number of people call to say, if we don't want to test for marijuana, is there an option for doing that? There's not a good option at this point, unfortunately.
Curtis Graves with the Mountain States Employers Council says opting out of pot testing could create liability for companies. Though testing has its troubles too. Even the experts say, unlike alcohol, there's no surefire way to gauge marijuana impairment.
It's going to be several years before we can figure these things out. There's going to be a lot of trial and error. We see the social costs. We see people lose their jobs.
So at companies like Altitude, where employees are called rock stars and attitudes about marijuana are more relaxed,
we don't ask, we don't tell.
Applications are pouring in, and they're hiring. But don't be fooled. Even in a company this chill, slackers need not apply.
As long as you're doing your work and all your goals are being met, welcome to the Rockstar team.
In Denver, Jacqueline Allen, 7 News.
Well, the drug testing company Conspire says some pot users don't realize how potent the product actually is. Drug tests showing incredibly high levels of THC, the active ingredient in marijuana, 3,000 to 5,000 nanograms. The cutoff for employment is usually 15. The state giving 3 farmers in Weld County permission to start growing hemp. Congress allows hemp growing for research and development, but federal law bans commercial grow operations. Hemp does not contain THC and can be used in textiles and foods. Dale?
Well, here in the 24/7 Weather Center, we are tracking